from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
First and 10, it's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. The first carry now. This is Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. On first down, Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep. So, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times, just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now it's Carson. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Play action. It's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I
like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. These two teams all tied after one. From the 45 on second down, Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they've always wanted to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Now left side on the swing pass. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. Just a gain of a couple there. And just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. That catch good for only a couple.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Wilson will throw again. He hits his target, Lockett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative.
Touchdown! Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Mahomes now on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Mahomes now to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And they'll run the option to start the drive. An anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated...
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now it's Mahomes again. Dancing to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And this will come out to the 25 as Reid opts for the touchback. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now it's Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. This is Carson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. On on first down. Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 36 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. KC's offense ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Open man is Hill. He's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Room here to run.
You got to love it, baby. Finish it off.
Way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 58 yards. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is down to a field goal. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. From the 29, Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Hardman on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, flush to his right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 71 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter, and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Chiefs use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play.
I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
And remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to...
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Chris Jones able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now a dump off here complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about it if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Edwards-Helaire. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. In this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that's a wrap for John. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.